Good morning all of you. Welcome back once again to the channel. In today's video we will be talking that we are left with now 2 months and how you can prepare for free, absolutely free for your, and if you don't subscribe, do subscribe the channel so you might not miss on any of the things. Alright. Okay, so in this video we will be discussing, we will go on slow and then we will move rapid psychology, how to prepare. Alright. Okay, so if you have not watched the previous video where we have discussed the books, the mandatory books you must read for this examination in particular, and you can consider if you are giving GATE also, you are giving mphil also, you are giving PhD also, it depends on how you are reading these books. Alright, so it's completely on up to you that how you are reading these books, that will tell either you can use it for GATE, mphil, PhD, whatever exam it is there in India for psychology. Alright, so make sure you watch that video. You can find the link in description or you can go on channel. As you know, there are very few videos on the channel, so you can go on that video how to clear UDC net and you can check out that where there we have mentioned the books and particularly the strategy sort of thing, and which we are going to discuss in this video as well. Alright, okay, so you know the books, the basic books are Rarely and that AK Singh and your general NCRT books. So these days NCRT is also coming handy. Okay, so make sure that you must go. If you are going through these two books, then you don't need to refer to NCRT particularly, but let's suppose you are not having these books or you're not going through these books, then you must read NCRT thoroughly again and again. Okay, because in December 2023 10 to 15 questions were directly from your NCRT. Yeah, 10 to 15 questions directly from your NCRT, and including that assimilation one, including that what adaptation one, something like that, accommodation one. These all are written in your NCRT, as well as your, what we can say, that theory of creativity, stages of creativity, that is also mentioned in NCRT, and like that. So these are just a number of questions, so you can find more questions when you go through that paper. All right, so NCRT is also now in picture, so you must go through NCRT plus those two books, which are S. Cesarelli and AK Singh. So now in next 2 months you should read, you must read, and you only read these three things, and then you will be able to clear easily net. At least net you will be able to clear it very easily, very easily. And if you give little focus on paper 1 as well, so you can do that paper 1 thing as well and you can get GRF as well. Relying totally on psychology, you might not clear GRF. You have to have read or study for paper 1, that DI part, that electronics part, that telecommunication part, and whatever it is there in paper 1. But if you are relying completely on psychology, then you can easily clear your net with some common sense in paper 1. So common sense these days is very mandatory. So you must possess a IQ of, we can say, mean 100. You must have an IQ of 100. Not must, you should, so that it will be little easy for you to clear this exam in 2 months. Even if you have a IQ of, let's say, 70 or 60 or 80, then also you can clear the net or GRF, but you will need more time. It's just the game of, not thrones, the time. Okay, so it's just a game of time. Either you can do it in 2 months or you can do it in 6 months or you can do it in 9 months. It's just the matter of time, how much time you are needing or you will need to memorize things and to apply those things. Because in December 2023 what we have seen is the pattern of paper pattern change. Exactly. So they are asking these days now applied based questions for your psychology. Right, so let's suppose this girl Sunita is going to a marriage party. Everyone is wearing suit over there, and she was only wearing sari, and then things like that conformity will come in picture, compliance will come in picture, or obedience will come in picture, questions like that. All right, so it was just a hypothetical example. No offense to Sunita and anyone XYZ, and no stereotypes with suits and saris. All right, so you must know that the questions they are asking these days are now applied based. So you must go thoroughly with the theory part, theory section plus your PYQ section. Okay, so PYQ section is also very important. Then you can imagine if you do PYQs of 2019 to 2023, nobody is going to stop you to score high in psychology, but provided you do it thoroughly, you do it religiously from 2019 to 2023. If you are lacking in this, go from 2021 to 2023. If you are having little time, then also you can score moderate in psychology, and if you are doing 2022 and 2023 only, then you might be low on this criteria on scoring high in psychology. Let's suppose you have to score 200, then to achieve 180 it is very rare. 180, I mean 90 questions correct, so around 85 to 80 questions you can do with theory plus PYQs, and this much you have to do 2019 to 2023 to get an ample amount of knowledge, ample amount of question pattern you can understand with these things. And you know what is the good thing about this? This is that only 6% people will be able to do this for net, and 1% for what? 1% for GRF. So you don't need to worry that okay, everyone will be doing this, but you have to do that thoroughly, that you should come in this 6% or you should come in this 1%. Paper 2 only can be done, you will be easily in 6% provided you are doing what is told in the previous videos as well, and paper 2 plus paper 1 for your 1% thing for your GRF thing. All right, so paper 1 will be mandatory if you are aiming for GRF, and if you are just preparing for UGC net, then only this much can give you good marks in paper 2 psychology. All right, so here 200 marks for paper 2. You need how many questions? If you are preparing only psychology, if you want to study only psychology, then you must do around 70 to 80 questions correct. This is the minimum, bare minimum criteria if you are aiming just for net. Even if you are aiming for GRF, this much question has to be correct of yours at least, so that you get GRF at least. Depending, it depends on certain criteria about cutoff and all that, but you should aim for 100. But obviously you should aim for 100 questions to be correct, but that is not possible, and this is a general case, not a gifted children. We are not talking about gifted children or average children. We are talking about a general case. We are taking a sample of 1000 people and we are discussing, can these 1000 people score 100? It is ideally not possible. Possible for some genuine or some amazing persons, but ideally it is not possible to score 100 out of 100 in this examination. And if you feel like this motivating, then you can go and have a try. It might work as a motivation for you, so that you can score at least this much, or maybe 90, 95, so that you get your what you desire for, right? You get your net easily and with GRF also. All right, net with GRF. So 200 questions, 70 to 80 will give, 75 questions will give you 150, 80 questions will give you 160. So this is the bare minimum you must get if you want to clear in June or any December session. And along with that, if you score 160 in this, then you must approximately out of 50 questions, applying some common sense, you can score 20 questions easily. So 20 gives out you 40, you are nearing about 200. And here if you do 25, you are getting 50, then again it's going 200. So 200 is like a safe cutoff score as of now. From past 2-3 years, we can say if you are scoring around 200, 2 plus 2 plus 2 4 minus marks in any session, you are almost safe for clearing net. Can't say for GRF, but you are almost safe depending upon the paper pattern the people are scoring and the cutoffs and all those things people appearing in those examination. It is suggested that if you score 200, it will be safe no matter whichever category you are. So you can decide on that with your category as well if you want to go that way. But still 200 is a safe score for any category for clearing UGC net, and it might be for GRF in upcoming sessions if the paper is changed so dramatically, or so people what people have studied it doesn't come, if these videos might fail because of the pattern change. But it is likely possible impossible to not ask Piaget, don't ask Freud, don't ask psychophysics and things like that. All right. So, and yeah, one more interesting thing I want to share is that this paper 2 is, you can see, is somewhat static. All right, let's make this video long. This paper 2 is somewhat static and paper 1 is dynamic. Why? Because in paper 1 you don't know which topic they are going to ask. So if you are doing 2 4 hours in paper 1, you are completely wasting your time. If you are having time that much, if you are in student phase, it's well and good. If you are a working professional, then it might not be good or beneficial for you. It is good obviously for scoring marks, but it is not beneficial. Why? Because let's suppose take a topic of higher education. From higher education they can ask about what? They can ask about what? They can ask about independence, pre-independence. They can ask about post-independence. They can ask about medieval period. They can ask about ancient period, and they can ask about XYZ. All right. So 1 2 3 4 5 subtopics from your this only topic, and you don't know from where they are going to ask. All right, these 5 subtopics, and this is just a one example of this higher education. You can consider your environment section as well. In environment, what we do is we rub the screen so that carbon gets emitted, don't get emitted. So in environment section they can ask about 1972 protocols or that thing, Stockholm. Then they can ask about 1986 EPA Act. They can ask about 1989 notification. They can ask about 2015 Paris Summit, and they can ask about any of the COP they want, 21 23 25 26 28. They can ask about Kigali. They can ask about anything, and these all things are giving to you what? Only 2 marks. You will find hardly one question from this topic, Kigali Amendment or Kigali Agreement or Paris Agreement, Montreal Agreement, whatever agreement or no protocol it is, you are getting only 2 marks. Max to max, you are getting 4 marks. Alright, you will be getting only 4 marks, but let's suppose you read or you read about Freud. Okay, so Freud, the question is coming on psychosexual stages. In each and every examination this is coming, this is like a guarantee. You can find 16 March or previous paper also. Psychosexual stages is like constant thing, that id ego super ego thing is constant, it is going to come again and again. All right, apart from that, that personality thing is going to come, therapy might come, psychotherapy. So you can see this is static. If you cover this much, the question will be from these topics only, nothing apart from that. All right, let's take an examination of, not examination of, sorry, my bad, Piaget. Jean Piaget, taking example of Jean Piaget, what they will ask, the 4 stages. They only have 4 stages to ask from you. You can check previous 4 5 years paper or maybe 10 years paper. What they are asking from Jean Piaget is just what he is talking. He is talking about the 4 stages of your cognitive development. What we have assimilation, we have accommodation, we have schema, and etc. What are things that is sensory motor stage, pre-operational, concrete operational, and formal operational stages. They will ask only these. What happens in this? Object permanence. What happens in this? What happens in this? What happens in this? Apart from this, they don't have a single thing to ask you from Jean Piaget or cognitive development, you can say. Let's take an example, another example of moral development. What they can ask is about the dilemma thing, and these 3 stages. What else they can ask? So you must focus. If you are working professional, it's very important that you must make note of this. If you are a housewife, if you are a student, whoever you are, whatever you are, but you must make note of this thing, that paper 1 is very tricky, my dear. Paper 1 is very tricky. It can kill your time immensely, but this thing will not kill your time. So what you have to study? You have to study the psychosexual stages. You have to study the therapy thing, and you have to study Jean Piaget, you have to study Vygotsky, you have to study that LPH, you have to study about biopsychology, importantly, biopsychology, you have to study, and the far and the foremost, and whatever we can say, research methods. Research methods is way important than you can even imagine. 20 questions have been asked previously, two times 20 questions have been asked from this unit number second only. Sometimes they link this thing to maybe unit 10, 7 or 3. Yes, research methods plus unit number 3. If you have a good grasp on this thing, then nobody will going to stop you for clearing net, because it's pretty obvious that if you are good in this, if you are good in these two units, second and third, it will automatically comes out that you will be good in unit number 5 as well, 6 as well, 7 as well, 8 as well, 9 as well. It's pretty obvious. Unit number 1 and unit number 10, again I am telling you, we are telling you, us are telling you that this is again tricky. You don't know from where the question will come. You don't know, but let's take an example of unit number 5, or I think that we should stop this video here. So you get a general idea of how you should study, how you must study for clearing this upcoming examination of. And about unit 5, unit 6, unit 7, unit 8, unit 9, if you comment down below that you want to know about these units as well, you want to know about more things, then you can comment down below and we will making the video soon. Till now, it's time to go, and I hope you like the video. I mean, you really like the video, not that like button I am telling you. I am saying it to you. That like button, not. I hope you really like the video. You got some insights from this. You got some knowledge from this. You will accommodate this information in your schemata and all that, and you will study well and properly, and you will not fall that trap of paper 1. Yeah, but if you want GRF, you have to read paper 1 thoroughly, just like you will be studying this paper 2. Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, do join the Telegram channel. And if you have some thoughts, some insights, or something you want to share about this examination, this paper, this subject, anything you want to share, you are free to comment down below. All right. Okay. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day ahead. Take care. See you all soon and study well. Adios.